make you step out. Get some in now, let your head out. To some iceberg, you'll be heavy in my mind. Can you get the heck out?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Morgan Danielle, and today for you guys I'm going to be doing a get ready with me drunk edition, because I just got back from going out with my friends and I've had a margarita, and so I'm feeling a little spicy, and so I thought I would do my makeup and just talk. So without further ado, let's just jump in and make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos. So y'all, I had to go off camera to do my brows and prime my lids because that's just something I have to do differently. As far as what I use to do my brows, for my brows, I use this Wet n Wild pencil. As you can see, I use it religiously. I use it for lip liner, I use it for eyeliner, I use it for my eyebrows, I use it for anything because it's multi-purpose. And it's only $1. So yeah, it's to me, it's like the perfect makeup staple because it's cheap, it's affordable. It's from Wet n Wild. You can literally go get it for like 99 cents at CVS, Target, anywhere. So it's like, to me, it just works so well. Like, if you have dark brows, that's perfect. And then I lined them up with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the color 30 Honey, because why not? And to prime my lids, I used the LA Girl Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment. I just took a little bit of it and popped it on my eye. I bought it a while ago, back when the TikTok white concealer trend was going around, because I couldn't get the white concealer that came into our store because it was sold out. So today, I'm thinking I'm gonna go for... I think I'm gonna go with what I want to do, because let's just go for what I want to do, you know? Hopefully I can find a picture for reference, but I can't really find a picture of this one look that I've been wanting to finally be able to like recreate, but it looks so good. It looks just so good on everyone, and every time I see it, I'm always like, oh my god, this is that bitch, you know? So it's like, I really want to nail this look, but it's like every time I do it, it just doesn't come out how I personally would like. So taking my Makeup Revolution Birds of Paradise Forever Flawless palette. If you watched my last video, you will know I stand this palette. I don't know if you can really see it because of the camera, but oh shit, there we go. You see how life comes at you quick? Y'all, let me be classy, because I want this to be classy. So I'm gonna be taking Cardinal, which is this cute little orange shade, and I'm gonna be popping that into my crease, because I feel like this is gonna just help with transitioning from this dark brown color that I'm gonna be using. Because I don't know if you guys seen those girls on Instagram that be having that like really dark, like brown, like smoky. It's like basically like a reverse smoky eye. Like their lid be kind of dark as fuck, but it really just be like a brown. Like it don't even be like super dramatic. Like it's not like out of control. It's just a smoky eye. Anyways, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about while we blend this into my crease, I just wanted to really talk about like the internet and how I feel like the internet is becoming the opposite of what I think it was intended for when it was originally like done. Because it's like now I feel like we're in a day and an age where misinformation is acceptable. And I feel like a lot of the misinformation is on the internet. And I feel like the internet has created the ability for everybody to share their opinions. And I'm not saying that everybody's opinion doesn't matter, but some opinions are not meant to be shared for a specific reason. You know, like there's a reason why when we learn in history about like the Holocaust and stuff like that, we talk about a lot about how it's connected to the things that the propaganda that Hitler was perpetrating. You see what I'm saying? And these things were not true. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it led to lots of people, including innocent children, losing their lives. I feel like now in this current day and age we're living in, I feel like nowadays people can just say whatever, do whatever, make up whatever they want to make up, because we just live in a society now that's going to back that up. You see what I'm saying? Because all you have to do is say it's their opinion. And if enough people believe it, then it's just automatically a fact at that point. And I feel like that's a dangerous thing. But it's like, there's nothing you can really do because that's just the way it's become. When it comes to what's currently going on in the USA, because it's like, I'm not no dummy. I understand there's other things going on in other countries. I understand other countries have other problems, some bigger, some smaller than the shit we got going on here. But in context to America, I feel like this whole sudden rise in hate for like drag queens is so weird to me. It's very odd. It's very, to me, unprovoked. Like it just gets stupid at this point. I'm gonna be taking my Beauty Bakery Breakfast in Bed palette, and I'm gonna be taking the color Messy Hair, and I'm just gonna be popping that all over my lid. Trans people are not the issue, and as a trans person, I'm like I see this shit every day. You know, I see the issues that really deserve my attention every day. I'm already kind of getting disinterested with this shadow because it's just not giving dark enough. Like it's just not going to be dark enough for what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to get at. But I'm trying to make this even because I want it to be so even. Instead of the other color that I was using from Beauty Bakery, I went in with the color Not Today because Lord knows I love this color Not Today. And I popped that on my lid to darken my lid and it worked perfectly. And then I just went back in with that same orange color that I used before and blended everything out so it wouldn't look too crazy. And then I added some of my brown liner from Wet n Wild, and I think this one is called Rich and Mink or something like that. It has mink in it somehow. And now I'm about to just do my foundation because that's all I got left to do. So now I'm just taking Maybelline Fit Me foundation in 340 cappuccino, and I'm just gonna take one of my brushes and I'm gonna use that to just blend everything in. But yeah, I just feel like social media has become such a dangerous place. And I say that because when you think about what just happened to that girl that worked at Home Depot, it's just like, really? Like, she had to literally get a whole new job and move to a whole new place. And it's like, when you get to that point in life, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, I just think that's ridiculous. Like, I'm like, that's wild. Like, I couldn't imagine. Like, people are doxing her, like, all because they think she's attractive. Like, that has to be the reason. Because it's like, what other reason would people have to be doxing her? Like, be for real. And it's like, nowadays, I feel like the internet has corrupted everybody's minds and has everybody just basically running off the wheels. And it's like, it's kind of sad to watch in a way because you're just kind of like, okay, like people have really lost that sense of like humanity that once was like a big thing in the world. You feel me? Now I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me in the color 25 medium. And it's really running out, so I might have to switch concealers, but it's really sad to watch because like I feel like we're watching people just be as cruel as possible, however they can, for whatever reason, and people are looking for anyone and anything to hate, and it kind of saddens me because I feel like we're missing out on what really truly makes us all human, which is some sense of understanding that we're not all the same. It doesn't make us all bad people, you know, like I thought we were long past the days where we were just gonna like write people off based on how they look or how they dress. I thought we were long past those days because everybody's been preaching that for so long, you know? Hold on, I'm gonna get my beauty. I'm a little bit out of breath, you know, these hormones. I'm taking some setting spray and waiting this, but yeah, these hormones, man, they be having me, they be having your girl getting thick. I'm like, I'm right here gaining weight, and honey, the more weight I gain, the more I feel like I'm almost out of fucking breath. I'm like, girl, get your breath together. But anyways, yeah, like they doxed that girl, and I'll just be like, you know, I felt like at one point in life I wanted to be, you know, super famous. I thought it would always be like a fun thing when I was a kid. Like when I was a kid, I was like, it would be so fun to just be famous. Like, but I realized it wasn't the fame that I really was wanting. It was the money. It was the money. And it wasn't even really the money. It was the access that money gives you. You know, like I don't really care about being rich. And that's when I realized that like clout and all that on the internet was just so like I started to view it more so like as like a damn, these people might have a mental illness, you know, like because like what the fuck, like what possesses you as a person to want to dox someone and then think that it's not creepy, it's unhinged or weird? Like it's all of those things. It's all of the fucking above. Like,
are you fucking mad?
And it's like, I feel like the thing about it is social media has become toxic. Like, I feel like you can't get on social media without seeing something toxic, especially if you're in the Black community, because I feel like a lot of times we find entertainment in things that are toxic as fuck. So it's like I feel like I can't hop on my timeline without hearing a part or like going into my like search feed and seeing like certain things that are just always trying to cause some type of stir amongst all of us, you know, like to get everybody in the Black community arguing for whatever reason. You know, it could be even like people think that like even like conversations about reparations and voting and that descending into an argument, it doesn't count. But I'm like, no, I mean that too. Like all that to me, it feels like is baiting us to have all these arguments that really don't need to be had, like don't really need to be done. Like it's like, okay, nothing productive is gonna come out of all of us discussing this, because no one's gonna change how they feel, clearly. So like what are we doing this for? Like what are we even answering some of these dumbass questions for? You know, no one's gonna budge. So it's just like, it feels a lot like baiting, because it's like when you're baiting someone to do something, it's like you're trying to get them to do it. You get what I'm saying? Like you're trying to get them to go for it. So it's just like, I just feel like, why? Like what are we getting out of discussing like how people feel about, you know, the dates they go on? Like, oh, I don't want to go out with a man who doesn't spend $50. Or I don't want to go out with a guy who doesn't spend it. So it's like, I feel like with the rise of incel culture, we're seeing a lot more men, and even some women, because we're not going to front. And this is the LA Colors Contour Palette. It's destroyed because, y'all, I've traveled with this thing. So I've traveled it. Let's just be clear. I feel like with the rise of incel culture, here's the thing. I'm not mad at how those men feel. I feel like if they want to feel that way, hey, you just not gonna get no meow, and that's fine. Like you just ain't got it. Like that's fine. Like the men who get the meow ain't got that problem, and that's why they're not on the internet complaining about women, because they're getting meow every day, so they don't have to worry about women treating them like a repellent, because women just don't. Like they get it. Like it's a genre. Like
I'm sorry, not everybody fits in the bad bitch genre. It's a genre. Not everybody fits on the roster.
Okay, take it like this. The men that say I'm him, that's really a genre, and not everybody can be in that genre. Like not every man's gonna be in that genre of I'm him. Like some of y'all just ain't got big, you know, Disney energy, and because you don't have big Disney energy, that's on you, fam. Like that's on you. But men be get on the internet, and women too, because some of these women be insecure too, and they don't be having good, you know, energy. Whenever they disagree with people, especially over the most simplest things, or for just the most pettiest reasons, they will just dox people, harass people, just treat people like shit. And to me, when the incels do it, I really just be in my head thinking, because it was incels that doxed her. I believe that 100%. Incel culture and these men and these podcasts and things like that that are doing all this, it's like these men have money and they have access. So they're always going to have access to women. But their target audience is not. And I feel like that's the point that often gets left out. Like, get X amount of money, they're a high value man, and they deserve this type of woman. Okay, that logic fails when you realize that statistically, the number they're usually aiming at is a number that the average person does not make. Like, if this person is telling you to make $250K a year, babe, I got bad news for some of you. This is the BH Cosmetics Nude Blush 10 Colors palette. I have to list the name down there. It's like U7HA. That's weird. But I use all of these because, baby girl, let's just be for real. So I'm gonna use this shade because I've been loving this shade on me. So we're gonna use this shade. I got news for you, baby, because statistically, a lot of us are not gonna make six figures. Statistically, a lot of us are not gonna be, big pimping, and that's not a bad thing. Like, some of you want to be in families and loving relationships, and you don't have to have millions of dollars to have that. Will it make life a little bit easier? Yeah, but you can still live well and not have millions of dollars. Like, that's those millions of dollars is not going to equal happy, healthy relationships, which is why these same men who are on these podcasts preaching are usually single, because despite them having boatloads of money, despite them having all these things they say that make them high value, women don't want them, or they've been wanted in the past but no longer wanted, and that doesn't count to me. Denzel Washington gives me advice on how to attract a man. I'm going to take it, because Denzel Washington's been married to his wife for several years without incident. So if he tells me what he thinks is the reason why he's never wanted to step out, or why, if he ever did, his wife never wanted to leave, I'd rather be listening to that than hearing it from a man who's been divorced, meaning that you couldn't make it work. So it's just like, it's wild. So I swiped off all the powder, and now and then I went in and took both the colors that I used on my lids. So I took Cardinal from this palette, took Do Not Disturb, and I went and took Not Today. I popped those underneath my eye. I lined it up with my Wet n Wild lip liner, eyeliner, whatever you want to call it. It's all of the above. I'm gonna go in with my Nicka K New York, and this is her black lipstick. It just says black, so yeah. This can get sloppy and messy real quick, but I want this because this is cute. Sorry, I had to get quiet. I had to really focus, because using a black lipstick to line my lips is such a cute little hack if you don't have a black lip liner. But the thing about it is, you gotta be real careful, because if you are not, you can easily, once it gets in the wrong spot, it's so hard to get it off of your face without ruining your makeup. To finish this off, I'm gonna be taking my NYX Butter Gloss, and I'm just gonna be popping that right there in the middle. Because I want to tint this a little bit with pink. And then I'm going to be getting my Shea Butter Enriched, and I'm going to be taking a little bit of that and popping that all over, because this is a lot more of a glossier gloss, and I'm going for glossy ass lips. So I'm going to get a little bit on my finger. I'm going to do it on here because there's a little bit of pink missing and at the top, and that's really what I wanted. So I'm just going to go back in and put a little bit of pink in there. Needs more pink, and I'm not gonna stop until it's more pink. I think I can stop there. Finally, so this is what this is the final look. I'll give you a little bit of a type moment. I feel like in this day and age, you just gotta be careful with the internet, because people are weird. People these days are just evil, and people these days will do a lot of things that you won't expect them to do. And I learned that a long time ago on the internet. Y'all gotta quit sharing where y'all at until after you leave. Y'all gotta stop telling people where you gonna be going on social media. You need to be more private. I feel like we have gotten to a day and age where everybody wants to share everything, and everything is not meant to be shared with the public. As my subscribers, I want to let y'all into my world, but I'm not going to let you be so much into my world before I feel like you're too in my world. You see what I'm saying? Where there is no difference between the internet and reality, because yes, the internet and the reality often overlap, but you need to be able to have something that is separate from the internet. People are living their entire lives on social media and living their personas and making their decisions based upon what will get them the next picture, what will get them the next engagement. And it's like, and people are just getting to a point where I feel like, especially within incel culture, where we're teaching people that they will be rewarded for being an asshole. And really what people are not telling them about that is that there is no reward for being an asshole. Just like there's no reward for being a good person. But the difference between there being no reward for a good person and there being no reward for a bad person is that bad people have bad things happen to them and they have consequences for being bad that have nothing to do with having any rewards. Good people will get rewarded by the people around them for treating them kindly. Like a lot of men, it's not that y'all are ugly, it's not that you're short, it's not that you're anything other than the fact that you're just unlikable, you're mean-spirited, and that's unattractive of anyone, male or female. The same way a lot of men can sniff out in women who have bad attitudes, we can sniff out men who have fucking issues too, and a lot of y'all have them, like it or not. So it's like, I feel like with now it being cool to be, I feel like now social media has made it seem where people have to always feel like they have to take a side on something and never remove themselves. It's like, I don't have an opinion on people being masculine or feminine. I feel like you just is what the fuck you say you are. If I personally, it's whatever you believe. It's just like whatever religion you choose to believe. If you feel like being masculine is wearing a do-rag and baggy pants, bitch, that's what the fuck it is for you. Like, that's the truth. That's the end all be all. That's it. I'm not about to argue with you. I was in the middle of finishing up what I was saying, but one of my whoop the boots called, and so I'm gonna see what he hitting out, because you know the tequila, she snatched my soul and it's brought the hoe out. So yeah, I will see you guys later, and yeah. Nonetheless, this was my drunk makeup tutorial. Let me know how you feel about the makeup. Not my hair, the makeup. Not my hair, the makeup. Okay? Thank you, and I will let you guys know how everything went with my little whoop-de-whoop. And yeah, until next time, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!